everybody, welcome back for another episode of Let's Play Legend of Zelda, the Ocarina of Time. I'm your host, Grandpa Mania. In the last episode, we got the Zora's Tunic and we basically freed the Zora King. So in this episode, we're gonna start the temple I'm sure you've all been waiting for. First, let me get there. Alright. Yes, so we are indeed warping to Lake Hylia, which, okay, so if you didn't know, Lake Hylia is home to quite possibly one of the meanest dungeons ever. It's known to all as, oh god, not that dungeon. No, it's known as the water temple. It is very, very, very irritating. Very long, and I wouldn't doubt if it took me a couple videos just to complete. Well, in any case, you know, now that I've talked it up so much and got you guys all pumped for it, let's go ahead and use the hook shot to hit this thing. And funny enough, that actually, like, that's actually kind of that floats out, right? It, like, continues floating out, and it actually then proceeds to float to the top of the, lake. So I that's pretty cool fact, I guess. But yes, this is the water temple. It's very, very, very notorious because first of all, we have to equip and unequip the Kokiri boots consistently. We have to basically go back and forth so much so that I'm sure if I were to cut out all the pausing and whatnot, it would probably save us like a good 5-6 minutes in raw footage, and that's actually saying a lot. Just because it's insane, and it's actually gotten to the point, where for Ocarina of Time 3DS, I don't remember the exact producer's name, but he was the producer of Ocarina of Time. He actually said it's been like basically haunting him for like the last 10 years, and that he made sure to change the gameplay graphic, or not the gameplay graphic, but like the gameplay in a way so that, you know, it would actually like remedy this, and so you'd be able to use the touch screen to switch your items instead. So if that is a feature, I would not be surprised if, you know, Ocarina of Time 3DS had something to do with it. So, yeah. And I don't know why, but in my head, I, like, just kind of rationalized it all as, oh, well, you know, if items appear in the bottom screen, that, of course, means that it's going to... Okay, never mind. I'll continue that thought in a bit. Oh, you! If I'm right, Link? You're Link, aren't you? It's me, your fiancé, Ruto, Princess of the Zoras. I like how Link's like, wait, what? I never forgot the vows we made to each other 7 years ago. You mean the vows you made to me? Not me. You're a terrible man to have kept me waiting for these 7 long years. But now is not the time to talk about love. I'm sure you've already seen it. Zora's domain, totally frozen. A young man named Sheik saved me from under the ice. But my father and the other Zoras have not. Yet. I want to save them all. I want to save Zora's domain. You have to help me. This is a request from me, the woman who's going to be your wife. Link, you have to help me destroy the evil monster in the temple, okay? Inside the water temple, there are 3 places where you can change the water level. I'll lead the way, follow me quickly. Oh yes, this is also very, very, very irritating. Because yes, as she said, we do actually have to not constantly, but we have to consistently, you know, switch around the water levels, so that can get kind of annoying, I do admit. But as I was saying, I don't know why I thought that for some reason all 3DS games would have this feature now because of Ocarina of Time 3DS. No, that's probably just going to be in Ocarina of Time 3DS. Which apparently, I was actually talking to a friend, and Ocarina of Time 3DS actually doesn't really suffer from the same controls stuff as this one does, but those who wish to open the path sleeping at the bottom of the lake must play the song passed down by the royal family. Well, if you haven't memorized it by now, we pretty much... Yeah, it's... it's become pretty ingrained in my memory. I will say that. But yeah, so I actually had a friend who played the Ocarina of Time 3DS at PAX East, right? And he said it was more like Wind Waker in terms of controls, not the graphics, because I know everyone just randomly hated the graphics, but like the control scheme and the fluidity rivals that of Wind Waker, which in my opinion is always a good thing, because Wind Waker had exceptional controls and stuff. Like, yeah, fine, you may not have liked the graphics, but you can't deny it was a very fluid game. It was a very well-made game. It's just, I guess Nintendo's cell shading, while it was, well, I thought it was good. I thought it was nice. A lot of people didn't, so. Anyway. So, by killing all those spikes, we get, yeah, they're called spikes, we get the dungeon map. Alright, so what we want to do here, first, actually, we need to switch out to our bow and arrow. There we go. We just want to kind of jump to the bottom. We're unharmed, you know how it is. And so, actually, you know what, I'm lazy. We can just go here and use Din's fire. You can use the arrow to, like, shoot through the fire, but, I'm lazy. What can I say? So, we light both, and the camera goes absolutely insane. And so, these are shell blades. Basically, you just kind of go up to them, and there you go. And you have to shoot that little inner tongue thing. That inner muscle, as Navi would call it. And there you go. And if you don't kill them in time, then they just kind of like, they kind of just freak out a little, and they're like, what the hell, man? What the hell? And they try to kill you. So that's not always a good thing. No, it isn't. Okay, so let's open that, and we get a small key for doing so. Very nice. Alright, and that just closes behind you. Don't worry about it. It's not that big of a deal. Okay, so next what we want to do is head on over to the head on over to the left or the east side of the room and climb up onto this and take this block here and just push it all the way in until we hit like a nice corner or something. Of course, we can hear the Tektites behind us. Hopefully they don't prove to be that much of a nuisance. I highly doubt they will, but yeah. Anyway, so as you can see, it falls into a water pit, so of course what we need to do is take out the iron boots and fall right in and just walk underwater. Man, it must be trippy for Link to just experience like all this stuff that's going on, that all we're like making him to do and stuff. Considering he's probably died like at least twice by me. I don't know. Okay, so right here, what you want to do is we basically just want to piss off the that Tektite over there, and I think it's called Tektite. I believe so. And basically, it'll just jump towards us, and yeah. So now it won't annoy us. Very nice. Okay, so basically, what we have to do is just wait for this water spout to come up. It makes me kind of think that maybe this is where because in Okami it's one of the brush powers, so I'm thinking maybe that's where it got like inspiration from. Maybe, I don't know. Okay, so what we want to do now is just switch on over here. Okay, and so I actually picked up a little. Boy, I didn't mean to actually do it like that. So of course I have to float back up. We're being suctioned in. Okay. And now we get to the iron boots. Okay. So as I was saying before, would you please actually get in there, Link? You were doing it just fine off camera. Or, yeah, when we weren't recording. Alright, come on, come on, come on. There we go. As I was saying, this is my third time saying as I was saying. As I was saying, there's, in this dragon's mouth, ignoring you, in this dragon's mouth, there's a switch. I picked up from a certain superhero, a little trick that we could do here. As you can see, you can barely nick the edge of it, actually. So, and let's see if we can't get it. There we go. Barely nick the edge. And so you only have a certain amount of time to get rid of these things. And if not, then you're just kind of stuck inside of an enclosed space with them, and that's not fun. So, anyway, now what we want to do is just basically float on up to the top and for doing that, we find ourselves face to face with a chest that we have known now to be a small key chest. Or it sometimes contains random useless items and stuff. Well, in any case, what we have to do now is just basically climb back down to the bottom. Alright, so you do have to hit that switch, otherwise you can't get past this little gate. And luckily they're way more liberal with that, so. Alright. Okay, so we should have 2 keys by now. And just use a Kokiri thing to... Fine, come on. Whirl me around, yes, yes. And... Would you, please? Okay. Alright, so what we want to do is actually head on back to the main room now that we're finished over here. And I guess I can ask this as a question of the episode kind of thing. And so as a question of the episode thing, I guess, you know, like, what's your favorite land in the Zelda lore? You know, whether it be the new one coming from, like, Skyward Sword. I haven't read that much. I think it's Skyloft. I think that's what it's called. You know, Hyrule, or the Hyrule from, like, you know, which Hyrule? Also, because Hyrule seems to be dynamically changing, always. You know, there are now multiple incarnations of Hyrule. So, you know, what's your favorite land? You know, Termina, Hyrule? Me, I think, honestly, I'm gonna have to go with the Hyrule from, oh, wow, we have to actually, hookshot our way down. That was a little bit of a waste of a time, but whatever. I think mine is probably gonna have to be the Hyrule from this game. I think, honestly, because I don't know, it's epic. Either that or the old Hyrule stuck in time back in Wind Waker. That was pretty cool. Like, even if you didn't like Wind Waker, that was a pretty cool Hyrule where everything was just frozen in time, just black and white. Man, that was just, I don't know. To me, that's just like epic. All right. Okay, so what we want to do here is now look back, and as we see up here, there is indeed a, you know, hookshot post. And so there is another one of these. So let's go. As I was saying, let's go play Zelda's Lullaby, so we can now raise it up to mid-level. Mid-level. Very nice. Okay, so first things first, we want to hit the iron boots here, and just kind of fall down to the bottom. Be sure not to hit the spikes, although it's not really a big deal if you do. And that little crate actually left like a hole for us, so that's very nice. Okay, so what we want to do is just sink all the way to the bottom, and just go on, follow this little passageway. Now, take out this and hit that switch, which releases a whole horde of monsters. Well, not really, actually. Alright, so hit that. Alright, so, okay, that's fine. Come on. Ah! Crap! No! No! Okay. No! Stop it! Stop it! Stop it! Stop it! Look back at you! Ah! Dude! Dude! Navi, stop being a prick to me! Jesus! Okay, thank you. God, Navi wouldn't lock on. She refused to absolutely lock on. Wow. I knew she had it in for me. And wait, how can Navi breathe? She's a fairy underwater. Wait, how did you... Hacks. Hacks, I call. Well, for defeating all the monsters there. Oh god, I almost failed horrendously. For defeating all the monsters there, and I don't know why I almost burped. Watching too much NCS. This gate opens up and we can go on up, which leads us to our wonderful, super special, awesome treasure chest of magical wonder and happiness, also known as the small key, which in turn isn't very happy, actually. I don't know why. It's a very sad small key. It asked the boss key out to prom, and it really shot it down. So yeah, very, very depressed small key. I don't know where I'm going with this, so let's get back to the game, and I can complain about how this water temple sucks. Well, no, okay. Honestly, I know it is very, very, very tedious. It is. Ugh, trust me. But all the same, it's not that bad. It's just, it's very easy to get lost. So, and you know, obviously, I was actually gonna say this at the beginning of the video. If there are any random cuts or anything, forgive me for it, because once again, you know, I'm a bit of a novice when it comes to Zelda. So, I mean, yeah. Okay. So, let's just go over here, and we need to go down this nice little hallway. And actually, no. Hold on. Oh, yeah, we can go down here, I guess. I suppose. Because there's actually something else I wanted. Yeah. We shouldn't go here just yet. Okay. So, there's actually something else we need to take care of before we go down here. Alright, let's just break some of these in hopes I can get a heart or something. Because I need health. And, oh my god! Why? Why? Yeah, take that. You will not have your way with me, you evil monster. That sounded dirtier than I intended. But, whatever. Most things do. That's why there's an innuendo in your endo. No, bad Todd, bad. If you couldn't tell, I've been watching Scrubs quite a bit lately. It's a very, very fun TV show, and I found out they put it on Netflix, so I've been watching it for like the past couple months. I'm about to finish it too. Which, I don't know, I guess in addition to the whole, you know, what's your favorite land, do some of you guys ever either, like, unintentionally finish something because you know it's gonna end? Or, like, just kind of get kind of a little, like, sad when something's about to end, like a good TV show or a good book? I know, some people actually read. It's pretty surprising. At least for me. I don't know, to me, I do kind of get a little sad, a little bit. I don't know. Maybe I'm just that weird. I probably am. No, I mean, like, I know there are quite a couple of games I've never finished. Or I didn't finish at first because I didn't want to finish it. I was about to say Dragon Age, but that's definitely not the case. Okay, so let's go on here, and I guess we could go back to the room or go back to the place I originally had wanted to go. So let's bring up back the Kokiri boots so we can float on top. Sting like a bee, float like a butterfly. Except butterflies drown in water. Drown like a butterfly in water? No, that's a bad thing. Drowning in water is a bad thing. Very bad. So that's why we have magical pants. We have a magical dress. It's not a dress, it's a tunic. It's a dress there, Link. I'm sorry to tell you that. Okay, so let's just use the hook shot to get across here. And this I could have taken care of, so never mind. So what you want to do here is just stand next to this like surging water thing and hit that with the diamond, because you have a very limited amount of time. So yeah. There we go. We got the compass. Very, very nice. And this will make our lives easier, like, tenfold. I'm not really joking here. Well, I might be. You can never tell. Anyway, so all weirdness aside, let's just hookshot across, and now we want to take the west wing. The west wing. Okay. So just get across here and open up this door. Alright, so basically this door is going to lead us to someplace magical. However, first, before I forget, just, as you guys can hear, there's a Tektite, which we don't really want to get in our way as we get up here. Because I've had it happen to me and it gets irritating as hell. Okay, so we just want to take this one up and just basically follow it and go over here. And as you guys can see, there is yet another one of these Triforce emblems, I guess? I guess you would call it Triforce paintings? I don't know. So play Zelda's Lullaby. I was about to say it should be ingrained in your memory, but clearly not in mine yet.